Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So today we're going to talk about climate change. So AOC, for those overseas, she's a representative here, up-and-comer. Those are her initials. She held a town hall, and this town hall obviously was not pre-screening questions that were given to her, which is nice. It shows that she's actually concerned about what the people think, because normally American politicians only listen to those people who pay them. So that is a nice change. We know that the questions weren't pre-screened because a woman stood up and asked if it was time to eat the babies to save the climate. And Republicans went wild. Look how evil they are. They want to eat the babies. They're crazy, they're insane, they're stupid, they're evil. Just look at it all. Look at it. It should be noted that even the President of the United States got in on the act, calling AOC a wacko and tweeting footage of it as if she's responsible for everything that her supporters do. There's probably some people in Texas that have questions for you, Mr. President. Now, of course, this is made up. It's not true. The person was a LaRoche PAC operative. They've claimed credit for it. But I do find it funny because it marks the first time that I'm aware of that Republicans en masse have cared about a little bit of human after they were born. That's also a nice change. But it reveals something. Number one, the president has yet again bought into fake news designed to support him and believed it. So either he's dumb or he's intentionally lying to his own supporters and knows this to be false. On second glance, it should be real easy to tell it's false. She's actually wearing a t-shirt that says something like "Save the climate, eat the babies." Normally, people in crisis don't have t-shirts made. That's what AOC, for her part, that's what she thought was going on. She thought she was witnessing an episode from someone. And it was interesting because her response was, we have time. We have more than a few months. All we have to do is get to net zero by this point. There's always hope. And handled it with more decorum than I can imagine any other politician dealing with it. But it's interesting. There's always hope. These are the climate change alarmists, right? But from the other side, those that are so afraid of climate change that they've induced panic in themselves, the inability to self-help. And they just refuse to address the issue because they're so scared of it, because they're so terrified of it. They don't want to look into it because of the doomsday scenarios they've been told. Their solution is depopulation. Their solution is eat the babies. It's what it's really saying. That's what they think it's going to come to, deep down. It's interesting because if you look at the climate issue and you think the solution is population and not consumption, well, one, you're evil. Two, you're racist. I know that sounds crazy, right? I was going to do a video on this, but in my research, I ran across one by a YouTuber named Mexi, and I'm going to put the link to that down below. Did a really good job with it. I actually can't add anything to it, so there's no reason to reinvent the wheel on that. I might have presented it a little different, but the facts are all there. The information is there. And if you still have trouble believing that there might be racial undertones to this, just go ahead and look into the LaRoche PAC's founder a little bit. It might tell you a lot. And then aside from that, I would just like to point out, fake news has hit the president yet again. But there is always hope. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good night.